What's up, YouTube? It's FitzBro. It's mid-June, and I've been grinding a ton of AoE4, getting ready for these Red Bull Wolo qualifiers. I've been actually learning Mongols, getting back to my roots, because I haven't played them for the past 6 months. But I figured it's about time to make a tier list. We're going to put all of the civilizations as they stand, where I think they go, and we have Twitch chat down here to influence us. And yeah, let's begin. I've been playing against English a lot, and I'm going to start right off. Boom. S tier, English, no question about it. Enclosures, the amount of gold they get. I just played a game where I was like I couldn't kill units fast enough, and it still didn't matter. They just kept coming because the English economy is just so crazy, and they only need a little sliver of earth to defend. And then you have maps in the pool right now, like Hill and Dale, super defensive. Hill and Dale, you've got what was the other one that was in my mind that I thought, all ties, super easy to chill back and just turtle up. And then it's just a general maps with hills. They do a great job chilling in their base when you're trying to attack in with the way that, Mongolian heights. So I think English is just absolutely amazing right now. So I'm going to put them at S tier, not to mention also very easy to play. Now, we'll move down the line. I've been playing a lot of Abbasid. You guys know I'm an Abbasid enjoyer. Where do you think they belong? I don't think they're... Honestly, I think they're around here. I think they're around here. I don't think they're one of the best civs right now. I think C is where I'm going to land. I'll circle back to them. But just in general, they don't seem to excel at a whole lot. And just with the changes that to siege that's been happening, that was like one of the strengths of the civilization. It just made it so that it's more. It takes longer to build your field siege. It's easier to get them for them to get picked off. I'm gonna put them in C right now. They reverted the berry buff that they had before that had them so strong. So yeah, I think this is it. Not to mention, like, the thing to do with Abbasid is like to sit back and kind of be like a boomy tech civ, right? A lot of times, but there's so many civs that just outboom you, do it so much better. English booms better, French booms better. All the other civs outboom the like turtly tech civ. So I'm gonna put them there for now. China. I have not played a lot. I've not played any China. You guys know I don't really like this civ. But as far as ranking them, I've played against them, and I've seen other players playing as them. I have not seen players... First of all, I've seen a very low pick rate, and I have not really seen any players pulling off many victories with China. So my inclination is to put them there in C. I'll default to Twitch chat here to influence that decision. I don't think any civ is D tier right now. I'll go ahead and say that, which is good. They've been talking about buffing civs instead of nerfing them. So we've got civs getting a lot closer together. There's just a few that kind of stand out from the pack right now. So I'm going to put China in C for now. Delhi, another civ you know that I play quite a bit. As far as where they belong, I don't think they're C tier. I don't think Delhi is S tier. I'm tempted to put Delhi in A or B tier, leaning towards A. They're not as oppressive as they were in previous patches, but as of right now, like, healing is still really, really good with Delhi. If you get like 3-4 scholars inside like a feudal death ball, like, you're not going to kill anything. And then not to mention they're going to have pressure on the map, taking the sacred sites. I also think maybe they're a little bit map dependent. Some are easier to get the sacred sites than others. But I think, yeah, a good Delhi player is hard to beat. I think they're a solid civilization. Elephants are decent. I don't think elephants are amazing, but they're really good. You've even seen people do like some crazy strats with elephants and scholars. That's a little bit overtuned just because I think with some of the healing of the scholars. But yeah, as it's mentioned, over the weekend, Delhi healing elephants won a game. Yeah, not surprised. So I'm going to put Delhi A tier. Don't think they're S tier. That's where I think the Delhi Sultan is right now. Okay, French. Now, this is another civ we see a lot of, and they're very, very strong. And I reckon they are in the S tier, along with English. The two civs that were rated the easiest to play are just like two of the strongest right now. I feel like every other game I play is either French or English. It'd be interesting to see the pick rates and the 1v1s right now. I'm sure it's gonna be different depending on the rankings you're at, but French and English are just absolutely crazy right now. And I think, you know, they not only do they train villagers faster to start with, they get knights in H2, you know, an H3 unit, they get it in H2. That always bothers me, but that's for another story. I think every civ should have, if there's going to be H2 units, H3 units in H2, every civ should have something like that. So, like, I wish the Abbasid got, like, maybe an H2 that's like some strong camel unit or something. Like, I don't like that they just get knights in the second H, but that's for another day. They can train. They go to town center. Like, yeah, Abbasid, your tech boom. Like, they're just gonna outboom you. They sit back. They have super strong. They can train knights and archers on top of having amazing booms. They are just really, really, really good. Yeah, I see chat saying H2 crossbows. Yeah, wouldn't that be fun to have like some kind of counter to this nonsense? Okay, pick rate for French is at its highest, 19%. English is at second highest, 17.6%. So there you go. But anyways, these two civs, very strong. Not to mention, French goes late. I mean, their late game, Arbitrier plus Knights are just super, super strong. Combinations, they've got awesome landmarks just across the board, a solid civilization. Okay, Holy Roman Empire. Now, this is another civ. I don't really enjoy them personally. Don't play them a ton. And as far as out on the ladder, I have not seen many. I would say I'd be curious. Like, I feel like I've seen Holy Roman Empire as common as China right now. But I don't think they're C. I think they're a good civ. I think they're an okay. I think they're an A or B territory. I'm trying to think what would justify. I still think Regnitz is pretty strong. They've got still some of the strongest landmarks in the game. You think of like the Regnitz Cathedral and the Palace of Swabia, like those are two of the best landmarks in the game. And I think with just those two still alone, and just their overall, like, they have access to man arm in the second age. The prelates have been getting bug fixed, buffed, whatever you want to call it, better and better. I think Holy Roman Empire is, and not to mention we're in a meta right now that's very relic heavy. People are. It used to be people like some HRE people would go for it. Ruse might go for it. People are really prioritizing relics more than ever these days. And talk about a civ that gets advantages from that. But yeah, I think A tier is where they go. Okay, now we are back to the Mongols. Now here's a question. I've been playing a lot of Mongols, been learning them per se, because I haven't played them for a long time, just been kind of grinding them myself. I think they're at the top. I'm not sure if they are A or S tier. I honestly feel like S should be reserved for these two, because these just, I can't believe it, but Mongols is not on top. That's a rare sight, but I think Mongols would be A tier. Is where I would put Mongols, because they're very, very good civ. You see them picked a lot in tournaments, very versatile, high skill. I think high skill ceiling. I've been struggling. Biggest thing with playing Mongols of just like that transition to sheep is a lot more awkward than slapping down farms. But yeah, I think they're a great civilization. I'm gonna put, I think, a solid A. I think is where they go. And that leaves us with Ruse. Now the Ruse have also been very popular. Oh man, I hate to put everything in A and have no B, but I feel like the Ruse have been very popular. I'm thinking about the tournaments last weekend, and the Ruse were picked almost in every series. How do they compare to these ones? I don't know. I almost think they are an A civ. Yes, you got to be super micro intensive, but okay, let's look at this one more time, chat. You can contest this. Now I don't play a ton of Ruse myself, so HRE B is what I'm seeing a lot of people in chat saying. HRE and Ruse B. Okay, I'm gonna go with chat there. We think Ruse is in B. You think HRE is B? You know, I would say Delhi and Mongols are probably just above Holy Roman Empire, and so with that alone, I think that's probably a good reason to put them there. Yeah, I don't know. I think a strong case could be made for either of these to be in A tier. But if we compare them, like if you're comparing Ruse and HRE side by side with Delhi and Mongols, You know, if that's the criteria for being A. If you're my brother, you know, you put him up here. Yeah, I think this is good. I think there's going to be arguments made for these, but just my gut, I think Delhi and Mongols stand out just a little bit as far as power goes. Yeah, I think this is going to be our June tier list here for Age of Empires 4. And we've got a big patch coming up. If you've played the pup, there's lots of changes going on. Go back and check out my... I did a pup review video where I went through all of the changes. And it's going to be interesting to see where these civs land. I really don't foresee there being any change to these two being on top. There's, you know, notable... There's going to be same changes to Siege coming, amongst other things. But, you know, maybe map vetoes will also play into, like... people playing the maps to their strengths. Who knows? But anyways, hope you like this tier list. Let me know down in the comments what I got wrong or what I got right. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're about to hit 10K subs, so do your part. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.